Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chic from Chic Say What. We are live tonight, guys. Let's for starters, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Starlights. We will get into it tonight. All things Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, and we even got the DJ Akademiks thrown up into this mix. Y'all, it's a lot. Before we get started, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. Because as I say, we real random over here, but we get into it. We get into it, and tonight is going to be no different. We are going to get into it. I've been posting you all, about Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. I've talked about I hadn't seen really much content out there pertaining to the trial. So the information I have been posting has been information or little gems or little breadcrumbs that Tory Lanez has been dropping. Pertaining to what many believe can pertaining to the trial, but we don't know. But it's just little subliminal little comments he's been dropping, and many believe it's basically in regards to the trial. And the comments have been like positive comments, things, praising his lawyer, just vindication. So if you haven't checked out those videos, please check those out. People have a lot to say on the topic. So drop a comment. I want to hear what you got to say as well. So yes, we're going to get into that. We're also going to talk about Megan Thee Stallion, and Sis has filed what they're saying like a third lawsuit against her record label. So we're going to talk about it tonight because there's a lot, going on pertaining to like Megan Thee Stallion and her coming out swinging. I had been saying a lot, in my previous videos or lives that she's been quiet, not knowing why, but she has, whereas Tory hasn't been quiet. So she's talking now, seem like, she dropping bombs, she's dropping the heat. She's like, yo, I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it tonight. Y'all want to talk about it? Let's talk about it, So we're going to get into it. Y'all know how we do over here. I'm going to share my screen. And I first want to touch on this lawsuit that she's filing. So let me share my screen, and you are welcome. Please drop, let me know your thoughts if you're joining this live with me. Let me know your thoughts, engage with a sister. I like to engage as I'm doing these lives. Otherwise, if you're catching the playback, drop a comment. I like to read the comments and just see, how you feeling out there pertaining to the situation. But it just seems like when it comes to this Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez whole debacle, like people got a lot to say. And as I've said, I noticed it's kind of like people are split down the middle, but I'm finding more people are vocal when it comes to like Tory Lane and the support of him. So I will say that, just from comments that I've read. So let's get into this article. It reads, Megan Thee Stallion files lawsuit against her record label for the third time. Y'all, I didn't know it had been. I knew it was a one, but I didn't even know. I don't know. Did I miss two? Did I miss the second time? Sis is up to a third time. So she like, yo, you better catch up. You ain't on my level. You ain't on my level. Catch up. So let's get into this article. It says Megan Thee Stallion is going toe to toe with her record label again over her contract. The quote unquote thought-ish rapper is suing 1501 Entertainment for a third time, this time over the legal definition of an album. Okay. So in October 2021, Megan released Something for the Hotties, a compilation album comprising of her freestyles and loose singles. It's not considered a mixtape because the record contains all original production versus Megan rapping over beats made by other artists. The rapper claims 1501 said the work did not meet the requirement of an album 2 months after its release, and therefore does not fulfill the minimum recording commitment in her recording agreement. Per the parameters of an album in her contract with 1501, according to Pitchfork, the only defining characteristics is that the runtime is at least 45 minutes. Something for the Hotties comes in at 45 minutes and 2 seconds. In the suit, she's seeking a non-monetary judgment, which will force 1501 to consider Something for the Hotties an album and therefore satisfying the contract with the company. According to BBC, the suit claims 1501 is trying to keep Megan locked into the contract so it can continue to profit from sales. Quote, 1501's new position, taken months after the album's release, is clearly a ruse in an effort to try to take further advantage of Megan at great expense and not in good faith, the suit reads. Megan's first sued 1501 Entertainment in 2020, seeking to terminate the contract entirely after negotiations around it failed. She took to Instagram Live to explain how she got stuck in the contract in the first place and said the label would not allow her to release new music. She sued the label, calling the agreement unconscionable. At the time, the judge granted a temporary restraining order, which allowed her to release her album, Sugar. Y'all. She sued the label a second time over the release of the BTS song Butter, which featured the rapper. She was once again given an injunction on the contract as the judge found 1501 Entertainment was recently engaged and will continue to engage in conduct preventing the release of Megan Thee Stallion's new music. So she's like, y'all really getting on my nerves. Like, I'm trying to fulfill this contractual agreement, release this album so I can be done with y'all, and y'all playing games. Like, what's the deal? I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired. What we not gonna do in 2020 is just keep playing with me. So Megan's like, yo, listen, she pulling a Cardi B out on her. I'm taking y'all to court, and period. Like, I'm tired. I didn't gave y'all, I said I would give y'all another album based on my contractual agreement. I gave that to y'all, and then like 2 months after the album drops, y'all like, oh no, this don't count. What? What? 2 months after, y'all like, it don't count? Like, I would imagine that prior to it even being released, that they would have been aware that, hey, this is the project that I'm presenting. This is what we're going to release. Like, to me, I don't see why it would take 2 months after the release for them to come back and be like, yeah, that one don't count. So listen, it's going to be interesting. That's another court case pertaining to Megan Thee Stallion that we'll need to be looking out for in 2022. So that part. So moving on, yeah, Megan Thee Stallion got that smoke for Tory Lanez. She like, yo, if you want to talk, let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it. So Megan's like, listen, I'm tired of you. Shut up, sit down. So according to this is from TMZ.com. It says Megan Thee Stallion calls out Tory Lanez, quote, I'm no liar. Here's receipts. So this was posted today. And the article reads, Megan Thee Stallion is ripping into Tory Lanez after he called her a liar by posting what she claimed is proof he begged for forgiveness for shooting her. Tory was supposed to be in the court Wednesday regarding the 2020 shooting incident that left Megan Thee Stallion seriously injured, but the date was pushed to April. After the hearing, he tweeted, quote, you can't buy and tweet your way out of this. Not today, seemingly referring to Megan. Well, she quickly and strongly responded on Instagram. So, y'all, these are the pictures of the I guess the text messages that she put out there showing that he hit her up following the incident in 2020. And as you can see, Tory said phone phone died 7 minutes. They phone died 3 minutes out. Meg, I know you probably never gonna talk to me again, but I genuinely want you to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. And I was just too drunk. Nonetheless, it should have never happened, and I can't change what did. I just feel horrible. So then we see where Megan the Stallion looks like this was a tweet from her that says, lie your way out of this. If you ain't do ish, what you was apologizing for? Question mark. The lawyers got your phone records and mine, all your texts. They got you recorded on the jail phone talking to Kelsey, apologizing, begging us not to talk. Drop the mic. So Lord fix it. So the post, which she since deleted, included alleged text messages from Tory showing him apologizing. Y'all, so if we got a pending trial, sis dropping these receipts, would this be impacting her trial? Like, yo, like normally, I mean, I don't know. I just know from what I hear, listen, I ain't never been caught up in the courts, but everybody talk about how you kind of got to be low key quiet when you got a pending trial. And she up here dropping receipts in between the trial because the hearing got pushed back to April. And I would imagine this is type of evidence that would be shown in court. And she's kind of already putting it out on the internet. Like, it's messy, y'all. It's messy to say the least, but let's carry on with this TMZ article. The post, which she since deleted, included alleged text messages from Tory showing him apologizing. Megan added in her caption, lie your way out of this. Okay, so we read that. Kelsey is her former friend. Kelsey is a former friend of Megan's who was also in the SUV the night of the shooting. Y'all, where Kelsey at? She been kind of quiet. We was hearing more from her, back in 2020 following the incident. And that's kind of around the time when the ladies kind of fell out because I think, Megan felt like Kelsey wasn't speaking up about the situation, when she was getting drugged in the media and people just kind of calling her a liar. Because, of course, Tory to the world kind of came out saying that he was innocent. And it was crickets over in Kelsey's corner. Like, it was crickets. So it's still, so Kelsey then kind of did a little rap, little situation, and it just was a whole mess. But um she been quiet. I don't even know if we heard from I'm gonna say we haven't heard from her any of 2022. I haven't, at least. I don't follow her on any of her socials, but I'd like to know, like, what she's saying, what she got to say about will sis be I would imagine she got to be called to the stand, right? Because she was in the vehicle. So she got to be, called to the stand. So y'all, them court docs is gonna be something else. Like I said, I'm gonna continue to be on it and follow it. Because I want to know. I know y'all want to know. The people want to know. So that's what I'm here. I'm here to bring the people the tea. So this is a tweet Tory Lanez wrote. Good D had me effing two best friends and I got caught. That's what I apologize for. It's sick how you spun it though. Wow. So remember, I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember after like the whole incident happened, it was alleged that the real reason why things went down is because that night following leaving Kylie Jenner's house, it was just a big blow up, and it was the result of the truth coming out about supposedly, Tory Lanez banging, messing with both of the friends. But listen, I never heard Tory speak or confirm that. Like, y'all know how people be trying to be detective, low key, inspect the gadget and put stuff together themselves. But that was one of the narratives that people were putting out there, that the truth of the matter is, it came out that he was messing with both the ladies and stuff just went left. So fast forward to 2022 Black History Month. Tory Lanez is like, yo, the people are correct. Good D had me effing two best friends and I got caught. That's what I apologize for. It's sick. It's sick how you spun it though. Wow. Listen, what I'm gonna say is following this trial, I think both of them gonna have some bomb albums because I think they really finna be dropping all kinds of just subliminal hits, probably not even so subliminal. They just, especially Tory, I just feel like, to me, he's been doing the most talking. That's what I've been covering this year. I've got at least about 2 videos just this year about him kind of low key dropping some hints that many presume is about the trial, or what was about the trial. I don't know, but listen, I was covering it, so check those videos out. But I feel like Tory, his next album, or the album that he released following the trial, when he can really just outright talk and not hold back, I think bro is gonna have a lot to say, and I think that it's probably going to be his best album to date, as far as, with the sales, and the people are going to be here for it. They're going to want to know, like, what does he have to say, like what had happened, was like, they gonna want to know. So I think it's definitely going to, especially, if he's vindicated and it come out that, like, he's innocent. But regardless, I feel like both of them are going to reference the situation in their music, and they're not going to have to hold back post trial. So the article says Tory didn't seem to back down from this feud, tweeting his explanation for the apology, which we read. Good D had me effing 2 best friends and I got caught. That's what the apology's for. Translation: he alleged that sex with Megan and Kelsey, and they were the ones arguing over him. You'll recall Tory Lanez, Megan, and Kelsey were party hopping in Hollywood when police responded to shots fired in their vehicle after Megan got out with a bloody foot, and cops finding a weapon under Tory's seat. He was arrested and eventually charged with possession of a concealed weapon and assault with a firearm. The next court date is now set for April 5th. Wow. So that means it's going to be popping during spring break, because, that's the week where I'm at, spring break. So y'all keep your ears to the street. I'm going to continue to cover this. Of course, I'm going to bring the updates back to you all. Let's check these comments. Karina Karen says she sounds dumb. He could be apologizing for an entire ordeal. Karine, hey, welcome, sis. Welcome. It's just a whole hot mess. He could be apologizing, like you said, for anything, because he didn't say what he was apologizing for. So even what he's saying about apologizing because he was banging the 2 best friends, that even fit that. So, like, as you say, those text messages aren't really saying anything. It's just saying, he was just sorry for the situation. But the question is, okay, what was the situation? Was the situation, oh, okay, because I banged you and your girl? Or was the situation, oh, I'm just sorry because we got this whole debacle going on? So Karina Karen says no DNA evidence on a gun. Come on, we not stupid, right? Like, I did a video in the past. I don't know if you checked that out, but I've covered quite a few videos on this. And there was one I recall where it talked about gunpowder. Like, Kelsey was the only one that there was like gunpowder or something like that shown on. Like, so I'm like, okay, we just skirt over that, because I hadn't heard anything about her being, let's see, what would be the word, like that. I hadn't heard about no charges being filed against her. So, okay, you saying the only gunpowder, whatever, was something that was found like on Kelsey. Like, I don't know. I was just confused why, okay, we gotten so far and not heard about any charges been filed against her, but though there was no DNA that we heard about pertaining to Tory. But Tory did admit that the weapon was his. Like, out the gate, he came out saying, yo, the weapon was mine. But his thing was, yes, it was mine, but I didn't shoot her. But yes, it was my weapon. So Karina Karen said, how come Megan never spoke up for Kelsey? Megan is a star, not Kelsey. Well, when you say how come she never spoke up for Kelsey, what do you mean about that part? because I know it was a lot of talk about why Kelsey didn't speak up for Megan, because most of the charges, it seemed like the charges were pertain, people was kind of insinuating as though Kelsey is the one that shot her. So what part are you talking about as far as why Kelsey didn't speak up for Megan? Because from what I recall, like we going back to 2020, like kind of early parts of the pandemic. So I'm just trying to reflect. But I remember a lot of people were speculating that Kelsey was the one who maybe had allegedly had shot Megan, not Tory. And Kelsey, I think, was in her feels because Megan wasn't coming out clearing that up. And then Megan was kind of in her feels because Kelsey wasn't coming out saying, I guess, riding for Megan, saying, no, he did do, like Kelsey was just quiet. So I don't know, girl. It was Karen said also her Kelsey's mother blamed Megan for her daughter getting her daughter arrested. So I don't recall that part. But listen, it was just a lot going on. That was what we call that a hot girl summer? Was that classified as a hot girl summer? I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. And, I'm wondering how Megan's attorneys are feeling about her dropping these text messages and stuff like that. Because remember, we got a whole trial, like it's pending. And I would imagine that she dropping receipts of what they may have wanted to use in like the trial. So, now is giving, on Tory's side. So I guess they would be the defense, they now can kind of prepare to be ready for, I guess, come April 5th when that come up to speak on that, which they probably already was. I'd imagine that was probably evidence that had already been submitted that they were prepared to speak on. But again, like, okay, Megan, why are you dropping this information when we got a whole trial underway or pending? Like, I don't know. That part don't make sense. But she talking, because I've been saying, yo, where you at, Megan? So she talking. She like, I'm over here. I'm outside, y'all. I'm outside. She got that I'm outside, y'all energy. So, yeah, so that court date has been, I'm going to share something else with y'all from Rolling Stone pertaining to the court date change situation. Let's check. Let's get into this. So this is from Rolling Stone. Tory Lanez court hearing in Megan Thee Stallion shooting case postponed till April. So, a pretrial hearing in Tory Lanez felony assault case involving the July 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion was postponed to April 5th. The postponement came as Megan responded to false online rumors regarding Lanez's alleged culpability, which were posted to social media before today's hearing had even begun. So initially the hearing was supposed to be today. That was something I didn't know. Like, so I've been following this and I hadn't seen anything out there like with a date of, I remember when there was that date back in, I think it was January 13th, I was looking out for. Crickets, never heard anything. And then I didn't see any other dates. So I kind of been posting based off of the, what Tory had been posting on his socials. So now I'm learning about, okay, there was a date for today. Okay, y'all kept that one, close to your chest, but okay. So the article goes on to say, quote, court ain't even started, so why y'all ready to start lying? Question mark, end of quote. Megan Thee Stallion wrote Megan Thee Stallion, real name Megan Pete, after a YouTuber claimed that Tory Lanez's DNA was not found on the weapon allegedly used to shoot Megan in the foot. Quote, y'all got breaking news 15 minutes before court start and nobody has even called in yet. Nobody has even been called in yet. Y'all trying to win a social media campaign. This is my life! Explanation marks. Like, yo, this is my life. She said that in all caps. Pete wrote on the Instagram story. She later added, only thing that happened in court today was it got pushed to April 5th, but y'all will get a lie trending. Imagine how I feel reliving this issue. every day publicly. It hurts. I'm so tired. I felt that. Sister, I'm tired. Y'all trying to piecemeal stuff together and y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Um, Lane's attorney, Sean Holy, said in the court, we are in the process of actually retaining an expert with respect to DNA. It is our hope that we will be able to review and confirm the LAPD's analysis, which from our standpoint was favorable. Wednesday's pretrial hearing comes more than a month after Lane's lawyer entered a not guilty plea at an arraignment. In December, LAPD Detective Ryan Stogner testified that Pete said Lanez allegedly shouted Dansby at her before shooting. Lanez was formally charged on October 8, 2020 with one count of assaulting Pete with a semi-automatic firearm in a manner that personally inflicted great bodily injury, and one count of carrying a concealed, loaded, and unregistered firearm in the vehicle. A protective order barred him from contacting Pete either in person or otherwise. The scat rapper pleaded not guilty on November 18, 2020, and was allowed to remain free on a $190,000 bail. He's facing a maximum sentence of 22 years and 8 months in prison if convicted as charged. Y'all think Tory going to jail? Which y'all think Tory going to jail? Karina Karen said people were accusing Kelsey of shooting Megan, but Megan said it was Tory. Why didn't she say from the beginning that it's not my BFF? Okay, that part, because actually, if we can recall that Megan didn't come out even really. Remember, she tried to hide it. She wasn't saying who did it. Then I don't know how long it was. I can't remember exactly how long it was. She said on the information after being shot. I don't know if it was a matter of some days, but then she came out saying, okay, Tory did it. And the reason why I didn't say nothing is because of, I think that she was saying the whole Black Lives Matter movement. And she didn't want him to get shot or something by the police. I don't know. She had this whole story as to why out the gate she didn't say he did it. So I do remember that part. I just think that back then when it happened, Tory and Kelsey both could have been speaking out, saying the truth. And I would imagine the truth would be them both having the same story. The truth having, but really Kelsey never said nothing. Tory, Megan eventually started talking, but Kelsey wasn't talking. Kelsey wasn't saying anything. She was hearing, people pulling her into things, and she was just saying, "Yo, that wasn't me," but she really wasn't saying a lot. So I kind of found it kind of interesting, because it's like, okay, if it wasn't you, then Kelsey, who was it? You were there. She wasn't saying anything. So then you started hearing about, I guess, her having phone conversation with Tory Lanez while he was locked up. So the whole thing was just weird to me, like, to say the least. It was just very weird. I don't know. I just, it was just weird to me. So I've been just trying to piecemeal this together like everybody else, girl. So, but I know, a lot of content creators really hadn't really been covering the situation too much. It's a few of us out here, but, I'm just trying to bring it to you all so we can, stay in the loop of what's going on. So I won't, this won't get brushed underneath the rug, especially if we are, people are out here already presuming Tory Lanez to be guilty. And that's the thing. I don't want him to be presumed to be guilty just because, okay, she's the woman or she's the bigger star. That's not really how this thing work. We about evidence and things, and from the beginning things just kind of wasn't adding up, so it had me saying, my spivey hat was on. So I've just been kind of recording on it, to keep you all updated on what's going on as I learn what's going on. So Karen says she losing the PR battle. That's why most people don't believe her. Yeah. So with that being said, there's let's get into, Megan's kind of coming at DJ Akademiks, as DJ Akademiks have come out in the defense of Tory Lanez. He's speaking like yo, I got my boy back, So let me jump over to there to share with you what DJ Akademiks is having to say about the matter. So this is on hotnewhiphop.com. So it says DJ Akademiks break down Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion court docs. Like what? Why is DJ Akademiks talking? He's like a whole lawyer. Him and Kim K. Let me find out. They both was in law school together, because you can't tell them that that they don't know the law. Like I've been DJ Academic been all over the place. I've been seeing him on other YouTubers like channels. Like I'm like, okay, DJ Academic, what you doing? You bored? Like I'm just wondering like why he just lurking here and there. He just like popping up here and there like Casper the Friendly Ghost. So it's just like DJ like, yo, if they can't talk, I could talk. Come on over here. So I don't know how he normally make his money, but I guess he like, listen, I see it's popping in this YouTube world, so let me go on jump on these YouTube streams with these folks. But let's get into this article. It says, with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez embroiled in a heated legal battle, Academics gives an in-depth breakdown of some key court documents. So the article says the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion, allegedly by Canadian rapper Tory Lanez, has been one of the more heated court cases to hit the rap game. That's what I'm saying. Given how heated it is, like people really not talking about it that much like that. I don't know what that's about. I don't know, just because it's not really looking all that good for the hot girl Megan Thee Stallion. So you know how to go when the favored person ain't really looking like they on top. You kind of be quiet and act like you ain't seeing what you seeing, because it's just like it ain't looking so favorable for the person who you back in. I don't know what the deal is, but people being kind of quiet. And I'm like, these are some big stars. Like, why are people so quiet? But listen, I'm not quiet over here. I say I'm a smaller YouTuber and I'm growing this platform, this channel. I'm unbiased and I'm just bringing you the tea. I don't have no dog in the fight. It's just about bringing the facts, the receipts. I share what I see, just so you know. I ain't pulling this just out the crack of my egg. This is coming from somewhere. It's legit. We want to call it journalism, blogging, whatever you want to call it. I'm showing where this information is coming from, and this information is out here, but people really, they ain't trying to talk about it. But over here, I got that let's talk about it energy. So the article goes on to say, with both artists boasting sizable and decidedly loyal fan bases, the conclusion on Tory's innocence has been a mixed bag. While some believe that Megan mistakenly accused the wrong man, others appear convinced that Tory Lanez was indeed the one who pulled the trigger. With the court case still ongoing, Akademiks has taken it upon himself to do some independent sleuthing, securing himself a copy of some of the court documents written by Tory's defense team. Last night, AK proceeded to share the breakdown of his findings live on Twitch. Remember, Akademiks may have the court documents, but he's not a lawyer. Akademiks like, hell you say. He say he the street attorney. Street attorney esque. What they say, ESQ esque. Therefore, his fluency in legalese is open for interpretation. Like I said, let me find out him and Kim K was copying each other homework in law school. Off the bat, AK clarifies that Megan is actually unable to drop charges in this case as she is a witness. Her cooperation of lack thereof has nothing to do with the case, he states. Now, could it help the case? Yes, but she can't make any determination as to how the outcome would be. In most cases that are domestic in nature, and even some assault cases, they make it so the state presses charges and not the person. AK explains that Tory's lawyers are arguing that the evidence presented in court thus far is basically hearsay, having been based entirely on the claims made by Megan Thee Stallion. The following point reveals that evidence was presented to Tory's team, including ballistic reports and eyewitness statements, the latter of which apparently directly contradict the statements of Megan P. concerning the incident. AK reasons that Megan's statement is the only driving force in the case, though he does acknowledge that these are words presented by Tory's lawyers. The document also covers Tory's inability to speak on the evidence he may or may not have seen and order the rapper has motion to fight. The docs include an exhibit detailing the publications that have covered Megan's recent accusations, namely Billboard, People, ET, and Vulture, as well as a footnote confirming that Tory's team reached out in an attempt to correct the reports. They also addressed Megan's claim that Tory's team was responsible for sowing confusion to the media, arguing that the media confusion that rose ensued following publicly available information on Los Angeles Supreme Court's website. So Tory's team also claims that there is evidence that dispels Megan's definitive claims that Tory shot her and is going to jail, citing gunshot residue implicating others as well as additional contradictory witness statements. AK concludes that the documents are suggesting that somebody else shot Megan and confirms that Tory's team is seeking to adjust the rapper's gag order so that he can speak up in defense should his guilt be suggested on social media. Should you be interested in drawing your own conclusions, check out Akademiks' breakdown of the recent court docs below. So y'all drop the link, for the site so you can kind of get into it and see what's been said. But listen, my thing is, what happens if, say, Tory is vindicated? Like, my thing is is Kelsey completely scot free of all of this? Like, is she? To me, it gives me the vibes. Remember with the whole Tasha K and Cardi B, and then the lady who brought the story to Tasha K about Cardi B allegedly having herpes. Her name have left my mind, but it was just like, yo, where is she at? Why wasn't she brought to the stand? Like, I couldn't understand that for the life of me, why that lady wasn't brought to the stand or questioned, given that the whole claim of Cardi having herpes, which Cardi was vindicated, it was proven that was just false information. But I was just confused as to why that Star Marie, that was her name, why she wasn't brought forth in the trial. Like, y'all, that don't make sense. So that's, to me, Kelsey is like the Star Marie in this situation. Like, yo, why aren't we? Where's Kelsey? Like, I'm getting confused. Where's Kelsey at? Like, phoning a friend. Where's Kelsey? Because to me, if Tory Lanez didn't do it and he get off, like, does that mean that Kelsey has got off scot-free because Megan had alleged that Tory did it? So, like, did Kelsey alleged then get a free shot? Like, I don't know, y'all. I'm trying to piece this together. Y'all got to let sister know. Kareen, not Karen, says they said it was 4 people there. It wasn't only 3 of them. Wow. I think they're saying the other person, the 4th person, was like the driver, right? I think the driver of the vehicle. So that would make 4 with them 3 in the back plus the driver. So Kareen, not Karen, said, listening, I'm waiting for the trial. I don't know who is guilty. Like, I don't know either. It's messy. Like, it's really messy. So let's see. Megan Thee Stallion is clapping back at Akademiks. Like, she's like, yo, you need to have several seats. You don't know what you're talking about. So let me switch over to this. Let's switch over. So this is from the hip hop dx.com website. An article reads, Megan Thee Stallion blasts Akademiks for lying about Tory Lanez DNA as 1501 beef continues. So it says Megan Thee Stallion is on a mission to prove she's telling the truth when it comes to her legal battle with 1501 Certified Entertainment. Its CEO, Carl Crawford and Tory Lanez, on Tuesday, February 22nd, Crawford posted a story about Megan dismissing her lawsuit against Jay Prince and 1501 to Instagram account. A carefully placed angry emoji apparently caught Megan's attention, and she snapped on the former MLB player, reminding him he's still getting sued for an outstanding debt. Crawford hopped back on Instagram stories and called Megan a liar using a Pinocchio emoji. Y'all, if they don't stop playing, it's too much. What they say? It's too much, y'all. We in Black History Month. It is only 28 days, and this seemed like the longest month ever. When I say I am so stressed. Kim, listen, I ain't never looked forward to a new month ever before. So it goes on to say, quote, we're not bullying nobody, he wrote. That's yet another lie and fake narrative made up by some of the best PR people you would ever come across. Hashtag now what's really real. So y'all know the shade room. The shade room is the king of shadiness. Like they posted, I guess this was what 1501 posted, we're not bullying nobody. That's yet another lie and fake narrative made by some of the best PR people you would ever come across. Hashtag now what's really real. Then they posted the Pinocchio nose. Y'all, it's messy. It is messy. But Megan Thee Stallion had an entirely different problem to tackle on Wednesday, February 23rd, after Akademiks shared a tweet that read, breaking. It was revealed in court a few moments ago that Tory Lanez DNA was not, and I repeat, DNA was not found on the weapon used in the Megan Thee Stallion case. So y'all, like, is it possible for Tory to even possibly, be convicted if that is true? There's no DNA found on the weapon. Like, how does that work? I don't know. Maybe we need to send Kim K a DM and ask her, since she's the next up and coming lawyer in California. But let's see who tweeted this. Is Philip Lewis. Megan Thee Stallion responds to DJ Akademiks tweets about Tory Lanez case. She posted, court ain't even started, so why y'all ready to start lying? What else she posted? Y'all got breaking news 15 minutes before court started, and nobody has even called in yet. And to my haters, keep making yourself look stupid. So, but Megan Thee Stallion quickly started doing some damage control on her own Instagram stories and claimed court hadn't even called in session when Akademiks supposedly got that news. So she again was quoted saying, court ain't even started yet, so why y'all ready to start lying? She began, I know some of y'all blogs on payroll, but please don't get sued trying to create a hate camp. Listen. Everybody ain't trying to take a note out of Cardi B book, like, yo, don't come for me because I'm going to come for your bag, period, whether you got it or not. Because allegedly, I heard Tasha K in an interview say, y'all, I ain't got it. So ain't no alleged. Like, I watched the clip where she was interviewed by somebody and they were like, yo, you got that $4 million? She was like, no, I ain't got it. So she's like, y'all trying to, what else she said? Let's see where I left up. I know some of y'all blogs on payroll, but please don't get sued trying to create a hate campaign. Be a real journalist and post facts in all caps. And to my haters, keep making yourself look stupid. IDC, I don't care. End of quote. She continued, quote, y'all got breaking news 15 minutes before court started and nobody has even been called yet. Y'all trying to win a social media campaign. This is my real life. Y'all trying to get retweets, spreading false narratives at Akademiks. Why are you lying? What did you gain? What did you gain? So the Houston native then pointed out the entire case is public record and admitted how frustrated she is by the lack of research when it comes to reporting on the shooting incident. Quote, What's even more effed up is that this ish is all public record and nobody even cares to read. Only thing that happened in court today was it got pushed back to April 5th, but y'all will get a lie trending. Imagine how I feel reliving this ish every day publicly. It hurts. I'm so tired. It's a pretty picture of her. Yeah. So it's a mess. I don't know what else to say, y'all. Like, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm tired. I need y'all to sound off in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe, but definitely thumbs up this video. Get it circulating. We need to get the people talking. Megan's got her side out there, so her side does deserve to be heard, just as, Tory Lanez have kind of been low-key dropping his information. So as I say, we fair over here at the party. We fair over here at the party. This is where the party at. We the Starlights. We keep it, we fair. We want to hear all sides. I've been reporting on Tory, what he been saying coming from his side. So Megan, I want to hear your side. I said I want to hear your side, and you gave me your side. So listen, y'all. Here it is. Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. Like, are you team Megan? Like, yo, they need to vindicate this woman. That man shot her. He needs to go to jail for the full 22 years, or at least the 8 months. Kelsey didn't shoot her? Or do you feel like, nah, sis, you was probably, intoxicated where you thought Tory shot you, but your girl really shot you? I mean, period. As bad as it may sound, your girl shot you. Tory didn't do nothing to you. He was just there. It was his piece, but he didn't do it. He didn't shoot you. So yeah, it's a lot, y'all. It is a lot, but listen, we here for this. What we do over here at Chic Say What. We just get into all things Hollywood, celebrity, YouTube, viral moments, everything. Like, if it's some foolery, some tomfoolery, we are going to get into it. So I appreciate those who did catch the live, as well as those who catch the playback. Again, we are on the rush, or let me see, what we're going to say. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. 1,000 subs. We're trying to get there, and I appreciate my new subs. I appreciate those who have been riding with me, but we gonna get there. I'm coming through with this content to keep you in the know. So until the next broadcast, peace.